but you will be depending on what you have saved. And that's what is part of this class too. So retirement is for everybody. It's whether you like it or not. A young lady or a young guy who is doing guy now, in the next 40 years, some of them is health. Health will force you to retire. There are different factors that will affect you to retire. It could be health. It could be the age in the service. It could be anything. So your preparation matters how well you will also retire. So retirement covers every particular factor of life. We have economic growth, channeling national saving to productive sectors. What is investment? Please, can somebody give me a brief definition of investment in any way you understand? Can anybody please? Okay, thank you.
Investment simply means that sending your money to work so that it will generate cash flows for you. Instead of putting your money, let's say, idle, you send that money to work so that it will generate more income.
Thank you very much for that. That was very perfect and that was simple. It is ability for you to put money into what will grow for you to be able to earn more. If you keep your money in the bank, your money will not yield a growth because it's saving. That's not investment. Saving money is different from investing money. So you have to understand it too. A lot of people don't know that. Some people have opened fixed accounts since they were at the age of having access to bank accounts. And they have been keeping money there and they are believing they are investing. That's not investment. That's just saving. If you keep 20 million naira in the bank today, I'm giving you in the next 20 years, highest you will get is over 1.5 million. But if you invest 20 million naira into something that will be bringing result, in the next 20 years, you may be a millionaire. You may buy land properties. You may have cars. That's what investment is all about. Now, this is where the people who are rich and the people who are poor, that's their difference. People who are poor believe that keeping money to save will help them. But people who are very rich is because they leverage opportunities of investments. So even when they have as little as they can, they put it into investment. 1,000 naira that you see today, 2 years ago, 10 years ago, could grow you into a big money. And I'm going to today open those opportunities for you. Yes. So we have reason why people invest, beat inflation, preserving long-term purchasing power, passive income, earning capital yields and consistent dividends, financial freedom, building independent asset basis. You know, let me tell you something. If my father could have saved 5 million naira when I was born in 1994, 5 million naira, right? Do you know 1994, 5 million naira, my father was a great man, right? But do you know that 5 million naira in this century, in this particular year, you are still struggling? Do you agree with that? Do you know why? Inflation. Yes. No matter how inflation comes, your wealth has grown over time. So if I'm going to be 34 years by December, and my father put 5 million as of 1994 into investment, my father will be sitting with millionaires. But if my father keep 5 million naira in the bank when I was born in 1994, it means that my father is still struggling to live a wealthy life. This is the life of some of us sitting here. And this is the example of some of the people we have at homes. Okay. Saving money, preserve money, while investing money grows money. Now, here I present to you the Nigerian capital market. How many of you know about Nigerian capital market? How many of you are aware? How many of you are aware but you are ignorant? How many of you are aware but didn't leverage it? These are the questions I'm presenting before you. How many of you are scared? You know it, but you are scared. Now, I'm here today to make clear clarifications about Nigerian capital market and the Ponzi scheme. Because the way the investment has appeared to many Nigerians today as a scam, it's not their fault. It's because what first meets them or approached them was a wrong one. Investment is something that is very, very important. And because the legal investment aspect of life, greedy people who came to you, came with the wrong one because of their own selfish interest. It makes people, when you begin to talk about investment, people say, I should put my money there. No, I can't put my money there because after you put your money, they will disappear with your money. Nigerian capital market, it is a market that is owned by federal government. Every particular country have what is called capital market. Just the same way we have local market. The physical market you have, right? What controls your physical market is a capital market. Let me give you examples of the things that are involved in capital market. The Dangote cement you see there is in the capital market. The refinery that is just coming up, that they just opened, is trending, right? That refinery is also going to capital market. People are going to invest money. You will have a share in the Dangote refinery, and you will be making money. So these companies put the market, to take that physical market also in the capital market, so that people who have finances to invest in the company's liquidity can also earn money. So Nigerian capital market, it is a place where you and I can invest our money and make good gains. So let's continue. The Nigerian capital market is a sophisticated financial ecosystem allowing corporate and sovereign organizations to raise long-term funds from the retail and institutional investors. Strategic mandates of capital market facilitate transparent capital allocations, provide liquid exit pathways for investors, support broad economic infrastructure expansion. Now, let me tell you something about capital market. Yes, some of you have, for the past years, know the history of Nigerian capital market. It was struggling. So, investors lost confidence in the market. But as of 2022, Nigerian capital market pick up again. Now, as 2024, Nigerian capital market, total market capitalization was 55 trillion naira. As of 2025 to January 2026, Nigerian capital market has grown to 155 trillion naira in total capitalization. What does this mean is that the market has grown over 125%. Now, what happened? People like you, people like me now put money inside the market. There was not a trust. Government did what give people that free mind to believe that Nigerian capital market was a place for them to put their money. And they all did. And now the market has grown. They are making money. People are making money. So if you invested 20 million as 2024 into Zenith Bank, if you have your phone here, please, any of you have artificial intelligence, I want to, while we are continuing, I want you to be checking something. When I'm done, I want you to answer something for me. Check Zenith Bank shares. Zenith Bank. Oh, God. Okay. So, let me leave those questions while we answer them, but you will go later on and make your findings, right? Zenith Bank, as of 2024, it wasn't up to 15 naira per share. One share of Zenith Bank was not up to 15 naira. If you know, this guy that answered my question, where is he? Yes. Do you know the current one share of Zenith Bank today? 107 naira. It has dropped. This year, as of May, Zenith Bank traded 156 naira per share. So that means that if you acquire Zenith Bank shares in 2024, right, with 20 million naira, your money has doubled. How many times? 300% increment in your initial investment. Do you see the reason why there is a difference between putting your money in the bank account and putting your money into investment? How many millions do you need for you to get interest yield in the bank with 40 million in the next 3 years? And 20 million has made the person who invested 20 million a millionaire in 3 years. Do we understand about investment now? Are we getting to understand about investment? So somebody will be asking a question. So what if somebody just have 1,000 here? I'm going to get there. This opportunity is open to everybody, and I'm going to give you realistic examples of people close to me who have put even 1,000 here in investment in banking shares, and today they are earning good money. Years ago, 1,000 here in 12 years times in the bank. In fact, you will be called, they will be giving you, they will be taking charges. If you leave 1,000 here in the bank and there is a card on that account, yes, every single month, bank will keep on taking money to maintain your card. I hope you know this thing. But you buy shares with 1,000 here. If you leave that shares there, your shares are growing. Your money is changing value. Nobody take anything like charges. Yes. And there is what is called dividends in the capital market. Dividends is a profit the company is making. They distribute, they share the profit according to the value of your investment. And the new Nigerian 2025 Securities and Exchange Act, as amended, has made a lot of changes. Before, dividends were yearly, annually. That's once in the year the company calculate all they have made as profit and share to shareholders across. But then the new act now changes everything. In every single 3 quarters, the money you invested in the capital market is bringing a dividend to you. It depends on the value of the amount you invested. So why should someone keep money in the bank for 4 years? When you can confidently, you have a child, you want to open an account for your own children. You want this account to be, I always advise, there is the best way for that. It's not a saving account. It's not a fixed account. It's not even an insurance account. It's shares. By the time that boy or the girl you are saving money for to grow up, he gets to university and comes back, you don't need to give that boy money again. That you will just give the boy the shares. That's what I've said for you while you were growing up. They will not need a federal government job. People tell me, some of my friends always come in and say, I beg, Brother Fedi, if there is a work opportunity in the government, I also want to join. I say, even if they will tell me, even if they are selling, I will want to join. Do you know what it means to take 2 million and buy job? Because you are not there, you don't know it. If you are there, civil servant in Nigeria, they are not paid well. So if you have 2 million to buy that job, it is better to use your 2 million and invest and be patient. Why continue working for people? I'm giving you a little time. That 2 million that you were to pay to that job can make you a good millionaire. Somebody is still taking back every day to government office. And I tell them, if we see a business opportunity that I can contribute so well to the company and they will recognize my value more than just civil service, I want to leave civil service. I've joined civil service not too long. So instead of you to be looking for buying a job, 2 million naira, you buy shares and continue working. One day you wake up and you discover you are establishing your business. Because I will never encourage anybody buying a job. Working for your country is an entitlement. So why should you carry your money to pay another person to give you a job? And that money could make you go far. But because sometimes we don't know those opportunities. Let's continue. So in the capital market, we have capital market ecosystem. We have a regulatory framework, that's SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission. That the primarily apex regulator. We have IST. IST is Investment and Securities Tribunal. It is a specialized court for an investor and for investment or for capital market. That's where I work. So what do we do? What did IST do? You will find out. So we have core trading and clear. We have NGX, public listing exchange. We have CS, electronic service votes. We have market intermediaries, stockbrokers. We have issuing houses. We have registrars, and we have fund managers. You are going to find out about all these people. A stockbroker is the one who manages your assets in the capital market. If you don't have an idea how capital market works, a stockbroker is a professional who will now sit you down, educate you about capital market, and advise you how to invest your money. Let me tell you something. A lot of things has changed. Our parents who invested money in capital market 12 years ago, they needed either a bank, a broker in the bank, or a private stockbroker to be able to buy shares for them. But what happened next now is that you and I have opportunity to now invest your money without even looking for a broker. What you just need is to understand how capital market works. Capital market is now at your fingertips. Mobile apps. Those mobile apps are legal mobile apps. They are registrars who are giving licenses to be able to register people in the capital market. So it means that you here or anywhere you are, as far as you have access to network, you can invest in capital market. Yes, we just network. You will be guided. I'm getting there where I will tell you some of the registrars and how you can also go into capital market. What you just need is a little guidance. And even if you get to those registrars you want to register, there is a procedure. It is not a healthy one. At your own place of your convenience, you can be able to register and start buying shares as little as 500 naira. Because there are shares, there are some stocks in the market that are sold. One share is 2 naira. In fact, there are some that is even 50 kobo. Yes. So it's not limited. It's an opportunity for everybody. So it's not only for millionaires. It's not only for educators. A farmer can also buy shares. Someone who doesn't even have any educational degree with just a guidance can also acquire shares in the capital market. If you are farming and you keep farming and farming and farming, what result are you getting with your farming? The aim of farming should not just be that a farmer farm and sell to the people who need it and spend the money or keep the money in the bank, and God forbid a sickness happen and he spends that money on sickness and he sits empty-handed. Or when his health happens to go back to the farm. If you are investing your money, there are difficult times like inflation, situations will happen, and you will still have access to money. These are things that I've tried. I told myself I was not going to get a car until I got married. So I got married last year, December 13, and I got a car at December 19th. Thank you. Because see, let me tell you, car is not an asset. As a young man, while I needed a car is that I need to improve my price. I need to improve my value. I need access to easy transportation. Now I'm with somebody. I'm with a woman. What am I telling you? Even at midst of difficult situation, capital market was helping me to realize money, not my salary. My salary cannot pay my fuel even 2 weeks. And Chineza, if he's here, he knows he's my colleague in the office. He knows it. Say my big colleagues. He knows it. He can't. That's what investment does for you. Amidst inflation and difficult times, global factors that affect our financial system, you can still be able to move. Because let me tell you the secret too. If you ever get a car, one of the worst things that will happen to you is to park your car. You will be frustrated 1 week. You will look for a way to borrow money and repair your car. Especially Abuja and Lagos. It looks as if you have gone to zero. Because you know why? Public transportation will frustrate the hair out of you. And then you look at, is it not me that have a car just some few months, I just park it? Then you go back and sit and you tell yourself, it's better we die here. And then you're going to start using your car again. That's the truth. So, let's talk about Securities and Exchange Commission. The central regulatory authority responsible for protecting public investors, registries of operators, and preventing market manipulation. Registers capital market operators, CMOS, approves public offering, IPOs, and corporate measures, enforce strict regulatory compliance, and prevent fraud. That's the work of SEC. So now this is where your safety comes in the capital market. That agency called Securities and Exchange Commission is a government, it's a federal government sector that is in charge of capital market. That means that your money is at a safest hand. It is not a Ponzi scheme. If you have any financial or investment problem, the first people you approach is SEC. If you don't get solutions, SEC is going to stand for you. They will follow you to my office, which is Investment and Securities Tribunal. Now, Investment and Securities Tribunal, it is a specialized court that help resurrect dispute in the capital market. They help resurrect dispute in the capital market. If you have an issue as an investor with an investment company, it is a court set aside. We don't do any other case, only investment cases. And you have 99% assurance of your safety. Why ISC have to be transparent is because if ISC is not transparent, investors will lose confidence in the capital market. If you get scanned in the capital market, would you put your money again? Work of ISC. So the next people I will be talking about is the NGX group. NGX, Nigerian Exchange Group. So the Nigerian Exchange Group are the one that created the critical public exchange platform. So the platform where you see shares and stock are being traded on, it is the Nigerian Exchange that provide that platform. So they are in charge of that platform. So these people too are government sector. It is not managed by private. Capital market, it is owned by federal government completely. So there is nothing like Ponzi scheme in it. CSS is the Central Securities Clearing System, acts as the electronic engine room of the Nigerian capital market, eliminating physical stock certificates, maintain digitized holding accounts for stock owners, automate delivery versus payment protocols, secure shares against unauthorized physical trade transfers. Okay, so that's what the CSCS does. If in case, like this year recently, I have an issue with one of the registrars. They have a system which And at that moment of the system glitch, I made some sales of my shares. And when they reconciled the account, it was not reflecting my initial investment and the gain I make in the capital market before closing my shares. And after so much argument with them and they were not agreeing with what I was bringing to them, I moved to CSS and I requested them to produce a statement of my account for me. So in times of moments like this, CSS is in charge of every single data in the capital market. They will produce it to clear your doubts where you didn't understand. Why is this? Why is that? They will explain it to you accordingly. So even if those registrars misbehave, they have people who are regretting them, like SEC, CSS, and the rest of them. Okay. Next. Okay. So here are the investment opportunities. We have the treasury bills, we have bonds, we have mutual funds, we have money market, we have stocks, equities, real estate. Now, treasury bills, it is managed by a central bank. They represent federal government. There is a percentage for that. When you put your money in treasury bills, they are fixed percentage. Treasury bills minimal is 92 days, 182 days, and 364 days initial time for investment before your money gets ripe and you withdraw. Bonds are actually, federal government also participate in it. Companies also participate in it. They have a fixed percentage. It could be 2%. And minimum for bonds is 1 year. That's the minimum in investment time for bonds. It's 1 year. Then we have mutual funds. Mutual funds, pool funding structures managed by professional advisors. It also have a percentage. There is a particular fixed percentage. You already know how much you are making. So many people who benefit in this particular treasury bills, bonds, and mutual funds are people who have much money, who have 20 billion. Yes, people have that money in Nigeria. So they can put it there, 50 billion, and so on and so forth. No, although federal government make it that minimum is 5,000 here. But if you keep 5,000 here to wait for 1 year and let's say the percentage is 5.5% or 5,000, what did you gain? Do you understand? Yes. Then we have money market. Money market, we have, under money market, we have treasury bills, we have commercial papers. These all are under money market. We now have stock/equities. Now, a fractional ownership in the companies with growth potentials. That's you are owning a piece of a company's asset. Where you are growing, you are also acquiring wealth. And this is a place where you become a millionaire. The stock and equities. Real estate is one of them too. Let me tell you something. There is a slide I want to show you their differences. Please go on the next slide. Tangible assets, the anchor of wealth portfolios. Go on next. Okay. This is the chart for all that I mentioned. Saving account. Look at the risk level. Very low. Liquidity speed. High. Return profile. Low yield. Inflation protection. Poor protection. Do you understand when I was telling you that you put 5 million there as 12 years ago? Today, that 5 million is nothing, right? That is saving. We have treasury bill is low. Liquidity speed high. Return profile, moderate yield. Inflation protection, moderate protection. Bonds, we have low, we have medium, we have fixed income. Because there is already a fixed percentage. So you are not expecting more than that percent. You already know how much you are making. Then, inflation protection is also moderate. We have mutual funds, medium, variable, high, strong protection. We have real estate, medium, low, appreciation, very high. High appreciation, not very, high appreciation. Then we have inflation protection, we have outstanding protection. Then we have stock. Remember, stock is risky, but there is why it's risky. It's not for everybody that is risky. That's why you see that it's high. What did you say as liquidity speed? Very high. Because your 5 million today can make you a millionaire even 3 weeks or 3 days times. Yes. It's very possible in capital market. As much as it's risky, it is a fast way of your money grow. I will explain it. Calm down. Profit, return profile, very high variable. Then we have outstanding protection. Let me explain to you why. In the capital market, we have what is called short-term trading and we have long-term trading. So let me explain the risks. Now, that risk is mostly for people who are doing short-term trading. People like me who understand capital market. If I have 10 million naira today, somebody give me 10 million and say, it's on the project. That project is committing in 3 months' time. Do you think I'm going to leave that money in the bank? God forbid. I will rush, analyze the capital market. Look at the stock. One of them that is potentially in 3 months can move from, maybe even give me a 5% of 20 million. I will put that money inside there. Now, that's a risk. In 3 months, I'm expecting to take off that money, right? So it's a risk. That money is not my own, no. I am taking risks. Even if it is my own, it is still risky. Because there is a possibility that stock that I bought at 10 naira could go down to 7 naira. But remember one thing. Stock will go down normally, but stock normally goes back. So the time is that you don't know when it goes back. That is why it's risky. For a money that you have interest in using it. So it's not for somebody who believes every day you see 1,000 and you just rush and buy shares and keep. No, it's not for you. Because, let me give you an example. Recently, my mother-in-law gave me her share papers. She bought Access Bank when it was 1 naira. 2012. Access Bank is 25 naira, right? Yes, 25 naira as today. In fact, it even went to almost 15 naira this year. That 1 naira she bought 3,000 quantity. That money has appreciated with 72,000 naira. Yes. The share has grown as, if you do 25 naira, let me give you how it works. As because it was 1 naira per share, right? 3,000 is 3,000 shares. So if you do 3,000 times 25 naira, you're having 75,000 naira. If you keep 3,000 naira in 12 years, you will even have 1,000, or maybe you'll be having 500 naira after 12 years. Because charges will take your money away. Do you see the difference between saving and investment? If my mother-in-law know as that year, and she invested, let's say she have 3 million to put. Do you know how much she's having currently? That would be like about 75 million here, right? Is she a millionaire or not? We just 3 million 12 years ago. Inflation did not in any way affect her because it's still not 3 million. She has 75 million appreciation. That is where you see that people who have money take advantage. They won't go and keep. If I give you 20 million, I have 20 million, you two have 20 million. And all of us, you went and put your own in the bank, and I'm investing. You will see that 20 million, me, I'm building a house. I am driving a car. You are protecting your 20 million not to finish, Abi. Next. So, we have threat factors, vectors. Understand market threat. Market risks. Price dropping due to volatile demand. Inflation risk. See. So there is inflation risk. Cash yields losing value to pricing shifts. liquidity risk, failure to convert assets to cash liquidly, credit risks, failure of banks default on coupon payouts, risk defenses, proactive risk management, minimize threats systematically through standard asset management methodologies, diversification, allocate assets across uncorrected areas, strategic horizon, hold equities along term to beat volatility, deep research, different from speculative hypertension, experts consultation, work with SEC regulatory advisors. Please, next. Golden rules for wealth building. Now, in life, every single thing you want to do, create rules. See, growing involves a principle, and principle involve rules. Even if nobody is monitoring you, create do's and don'ts. That help you. If you pick one thing to do it consistently for 5 years, there is no way your life will remain like that. Do you know the problem we have mostly? Distraction. Somebody just do one and then make it very snappy and then we want to immediately swap. Let me tell you, it is the nature of God. There are people who spend nights crying to God. They will wake up, me and you will see each other, we are smiling. But in the night, they were crying with God. At the time God answered them, you are only seeing the result. You are not seeing the behind scene. Then you want to run into somebody. You want to change what you have been doing that is working well for you and rush and join the person. No, now. They are not telling you the secret. Did you ever see a billionaire coming to sit down here and telling you when they were struggling? Not after they become successful. What they tell you is when they have become successful. Do you understand? When they are crying every day with their beds, with their God, they don't come out to tell public, today I was crying with God. So why would you want to switch from your consistent lifestyle to what somebody else just got successful in it, without knowing the trials and the agonies of it? Just pick one thing. If your aim is to selling akala, and you know you can grow your akala to a bigger restaurant, your vision is you want to, no, I'm not Tinubu, hold on, I'm getting somewhere. I'm not let me Tinubu, yeah. So, okay, so your vision is to sell akara and build a restaurant. There is a value you have to add to your akara that will be different with every other woman, because everybody can sell akara and not be rich. But there is one difference you will make in your akara that people will be ordering your akara online. There is a restaurant in Lagos. It's called Akara. That's the name of the restaurant. She don't only sell akara, but the akara is the reason why she started the restaurant. You can get any other food, but what she promotes is akara. And what people eat and are happy is akara. Because if she cooking jollof rice, everybody can cook jollof rice. And they can cook even better than her. But if her akara is the area of specification, see, people will leave jollof rice and eat the akara because people have talked about the akara so well. So in everything you pick to do, a value is what makes you a different, stand out different and go far. In as much as we know mechanics do well, there are mechanics that are not doing well, and there are many of them. There are still among them that are going so far. Is the expertise. In tech is the same thing. It's not everybody that study computer science that is doing well. It's not everybody that do programming that is doing well. It's not everybody that is a medical doctor that is doing well. You know that. So we have set concrete financial goals. Clear milestones, keep focus. Build emergency saving, protect portfolios from panic sales. Very important in the capital market. I was telling one of my friends, he sold all his First Bank shares. You don't sell all your shares. No matter what. Because it's a golden opportunity that maybe in the next 10 years or 3 years or even in the next 1 week or month, what you sold could be a double value, and you will start regretting. And when you want to buy, imagine you buy something at 10 naira now, you want to buy it at 200 naira. You know how painful it is. Something you just finished selling to somebody at 10 naira. Do you understand? So you have to understand that in as much as you are into capital market, you are accumulating shares. But yes, remember that when your shares grow, you can take your profit. That's why when my shares grow, instead of me to be begging or borrowing money for fuel, right? I sell part, I take the money, buy my fuel. I'm not under any pressure. That's what capital market give you. When your money grow, you are creating wealth, you are living wealth, you are living healthy. You don't keep 20 million and be scared to touch it, because once you touch 20 million, it start dropping from 19.5 to 18, you know. Before you know, you wake up and you say, what did I even do with this money? But in capital market, you just sell it, you take some and you leave some. Initiate capital early. Harness compounding multipliers. Automate saving patterns. Consistently buy assets monthly. Automate reinvestment. Plow dividends directly back to work. Sage financial counsel. The best investment you can make is in knowledge. The second best is putting that knowledge into action. You have the knowledge. Now you have the knowledge. That is what I just present to you. Before, you don't have it. You have it now. You have to put it to work. Let me also inform you that when you put your money in capital market, you are also making earning dividends. So you see that some people make good money. And let me tell you one thing about capital market. You will be forced to read news. And it's not anyhow. It's like me now, I don't have time to read political news like that too. But you see, I will not miss business news. Because that's where my money is. It's also telling me whether that share I should sell small or I should keep. Because you have to know the company's revenue. You have to know the company's well-being. That is one thing about business. Your mind is open. You are good. See, if you put yourself in business field, you become a mentor to yourself, to your children, and to your neighbor who doesn't know it. That's the truth. Next slide, please. Thank you very much. So, thank you so much for keeping your time to listen. I know there are questions and a lot of discussion we are going to have. Under how many minutes? Let me see my time. Okay, so we have 29 minutes to go. Okay, so wait, sorry, please. Let me give a rule. If somebody asks your question, please listen why people are asking questions, right? So that we can save time and use these 29 minutes. If somebody asks the question you are willing to ask, that means your question has been asked, right? That way will save us. So please help us take questions.
Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. I would want you to give a pellucid explanation on the difference between shares and stock, and then the clear difference between capital markets and stock exchange markets. I would love to understand better on that. Thank you so much.
Brother, what I want to ask, stock exchange and these shares and this coin of a thing, clarify between two of them.
Thank you very much, brother, for your presentation. Please, I want to ask, I know somebody who got some shares about 20 years ago. So at a time, the thing just lost value and he became disinterested in it and lost all the papers. So currently, how can the person have access to the shares, to the money from the shares, please? Thank you, brother.
Thank you, brother, for the presentation. You made mention that since about 3 years ago that the Nigerian capital market has been on increase. But we noticed that our foreign investors have been pulling out their money. So is it not a contradiction? If it has been on increase, why are they pulling out?
Brother, I bought shares in Boa Cement and MTN. So I want to know during my maybe my demise, how can my brothers have access to my accounts?
I want to ask clarification. You said something about compounding multipliers. For us that may not have millions to invest, for us that are not millionaires yet, and you want your money to grow, you said quarterly dividends are actually paid out. Is there a way to leave your money so that there can be compounding interest on it without having to withdraw every quarter?
Brother, my question is the different. I hope the difference between capital market and MMM, are they similar? And secondly, the stock that we are talking about, is this stockfish market or what kind of this is, so that we'll know the kind of we are.
Please, brother, I would like you to explain more how the capital market works. Then, these our investors now, I don't know how true they are. If they are real investors, like all this tag, trek, and all that. Because in these links, you will see funds, if they are true, and how we can know the ones that are scammers.
Brother, my question is, these 5 investment opportunities you mentioned, which one is the best for somebody who doesn't have capital at once? Maybe you have intention of investing gradually. You keep investing gradually as the money comes your way. Of these 5 investment opportunities, bonds, treasury bills, and the rest of them, which one is the best for somebody that wants to invest gradually? Precious Lord Jesus Christ.
Precious blood of Jesus Christ. All right, thank you. Please, can we have one house? Okay. Hello. One house, please, so that we not answer one question 3 times, please. Okay. The last person who asked question says that among all the 5 I mentioned, treasury bills, bonds, mutual funds, money market, stocks, equities, and real estate, I have the best at just 2. But for somebody who doesn't have millions to buy land, capital market is a place. 1,000 naira, even 500 naira. If your account is activated, 500 naira you can add to your account and buy shares. Because there are stocks that are 5 naira per share. There are some that are 10 naira. There are some that are even 2 naira. But let me tell you something. That's why I say I'm leaving my contact. You don't just go into capital market and start buying and buying. Companies have their revenue history. As a financial expert, I go through the history of that and I'm able to guide you on the right investment channel. They are not Ponzi scheme. They are not scammers. But for you who want to grow, and you have to see the company growing, you have to know, you trust that that company can go far. That's one thing in the capital market. Do you understand? So, real estate is very good. For people who have, land is something that is expensive now. But stocks, as low as 500 naira, 1,000 naira, you can be buying shares every day. And it's very good. So we have, in the capital market, we have banking sector, we have insurance, we have industries, we have food, and we have a lot of then companies according to categories. And we as financial experts, we analyze them and we tell you which one is good to put your money into it, right? So that is the one for the last person that asked. And the first person talk about shares and stock and capital market and stock. If you listen to my lecture very well, I say that there is capital market. And all these are under capital market. In the capital market, we have stock. A share is a stock, is a company. That what is representing a company is stock. Do you understand? Let me give you a layman understanding. This pen is a stock in the supermarket, right? Yes. The company who owns this pen have their trademark on it. If you go in the market, you always have a particular pen that you like, then you buy it. That's what it is called stock, even in the capital market. Companies list it and we call them stock. Dangote is called a stock in the capital market with a name, Dangote Cement, Dangote that, and the rest of them. Zenith Bank, GT Bank, Access Bank, Stanbic IBTC Bank, and a whole lot of them. They are all stock in the capital market. So, when you acquire a point of that stock, is called a share point. It's a share. That stock you acquired, you have it in point. 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, 4, 1,000, 2,000, 1 million, 2 million. One day, I will be back in the Enugu. And we will take this class professional. And I will tell you so much about capital market that you need to know because of time. So let me go to the next question. Do I answer that person's question, right? Yes. Okay. Somebody asked crypto and capital market difference. Crypto is a foreign exchange. It is with foreign exchange and some of the mineral resources like gold and the rest of them. Crypto is not part of the capital market. Rather, it is a foreign thing. So, when you look at people, some people we wanted to ask about trading. Some people wanted to ask about trading, forex trading. They are all under foreign exchange. And we call them forex trading market. They are different. They are not under capital market. Do I make myself clear? Then we have somebody talk about somebody who acquired shares and lost those shares and the papers. To retrieve your shares, you have to know the company you acquired the shares from. If the registrar was Bamboo, they have platforms online that you can file a complaint through their email. And you provide the details you use, and they can retrieve your data and get it across to you. If you acquire those shares, like the way I was talking about my mother-in-law, she acquired her own through banking system. Recently, I told her, go to the bank. She wants to have access to her account now. I told her, go and meet the bank. Tell them you want to have access to your account. They will give you. You can log into their app. Like United Bank, there is what is called, their registrar is called United Capital. If you request access, they will give you your login access. You can log into the United Capital app in your phone and see how far your shares has grown. Do you understand? So if you lost your shares and you want to retrieve it, there was a public ID the company used. Please, you have to provide to them. You get across to them, you contact them, they will ask you to provide the details, register, and they will get your account. They don't steal your money in capital market. And okay, somebody talk about foreign investors pulling out their money. See, in the capital market, just the same way I was telling you that when my money appreciates, I remove and buy fuel. If people put money in your business because of interest, some people it's not a whole lifetime, it's part-time. When they are interested, when they have made so much interest, they pull out. It's normal. Like last month, now let me tell you the briefly because we don't have time. Last month, capital market, that was June, right? Capital market total capitalization of 155 trillion dropped down to 145. Did you know why? People like me and you who buy those shares when it was very low, the shares has appreciated and they need money, they will withdraw. They were pulling out their interest. That means that, and let me tell you, as they are pulling out their interest, right, there are people that are also waiting that share should come down so that they will buy. Do you understand? We call it bearish. When the capital market is going low, we call it bearish. When the capital market is going up, we call it bullish. Now, as an investor, you don't buy when the market is bullish. You wait till when the stock started dropping down. That is what a financial expert does for you. It tells you when to buy. You don't just wake up and rush and buy. It's selling at 200, then you want to buy at 200. You have to analyze a market from the last 3 months or 4 months or 5 months, sometimes even a year, to see whether it's something to buy or not. That is why you see that sometimes the market goes down, and as July 3rd, from where the market lost value, the market is currently at 152 trillion. From 140, right? How many days did it take the market to recover? It was in no time. I have a stock that dropped from 170, that's NGS Group. It dropped down from 177 to 114 naira. And then I call a client and I said, you wanted to buy shares with 20 million naira. Please, this is the time. Buy NGS Group. Since you say your money should just be 3 months. It dropped to 140. I say, buy it. I'm giving you 1 week. This stock will appreciate and you will pull out your money. He said, no, he wants to buy banking stock. He bought Zenith Bank against my advice of NGS Group. From July 4th to July 9th, NGS Group appreciated with 24 naira per share. That's if he used 20 million naira in buying those shares, he was having 170-something thousand shares. So his profit within 7 days was 2.2 million naira, 4.2 million naira with 20 million, right? But because he acquired Zenith Bank appreciated with 5 naira per share. His profit was 1 million naira in 7 days. So, see, a financial expert knows what to tell you to do. But if he put 20 million in the bank, he won't still get 1 million naira in 7 days. He followed his advice, yet he still gets something. But if it was my advice, last week, Thursday, he would have said all those shares and have 4 million naira. He just make money. He can take that 4 million and go and buy land and use his 20 million and move life, you see. So, next question. We have, dividends. Somebody say, how can your family have access to your account? Now, this is, how many of you know late Dan Tata? Alaji Dan Tata? Okay. His family is getting over 200 billions in dividends. That money is just the interest. It's not the initial investment of their father. That money is coming to your account. If your family have access to your account, they have access to that money. Do you understand? Please avoid secret bank accounts. Nigeria is not good for secret bank accounts. Let your family know, yeah? So that when something happens to you, somebody in your family should be in charge of your money, not an unknown stranger in the bank spending your money. I always advise people. It is a personal, it's your decision anyway. I just give you advice. So, and then I say if you want to get access to your account now, if it was bank, you buy with them. If it was a company, you buy a registrar, you buy with them. Rush and tell them you want access. They will tell you a mobile app to download. They will give you login details. You'll be logging every day. If you want to be looking at it every day, every hour, you can do that. Is that clear? All right. Capital market and MMM, my colleague answer it. MMM is a Ponzi scheme, and it has nothing to do. That's why I always tell people, see, there is a sector that regulates capital market. If somebody bring investment opportunities for you, the first question you ask them is this business registered under SEC, SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission? If somebody registers business under CAC, that doesn't give them license to become an investor. Do you understand? CAC doesn't guarantee business returns. CAC is just an organization that is meant to register businesses. But when it comes to investment, there is a regulator for that. They are the one that give a license. If they give you a paper, please do not keep the paper to yourself. Don't be a hero on what you don't know. Because some of them have those fake papers. They will tell you, look at the license now. We have gotten license from Enugu and through SEC. That SEC have a branch office. They have fake those papers. Please move that paper to the last person who have a learned knowledge about investment. Do you understand? That's an eye-opener. This way you can detect between Ponzi scheme and the reinvestment on the capital market. Then we have a question. Somebody asked how capital market work. I explained this earlier on, but I'm going to leave a slide, so we'll not go back on the same lecture. So let me be taking this question. what is the present book or text that can give one power and guideline on capital market? We have artificial intelligence is one of the two you can use. Just ask it anything. Even a stupid question that you can ask a human being, I will shout at you, ask artificial intelligence. And let me recommend one that is very good because it's throw data from those regulated platforms for you. Gemini. Any question at all, it will tell you as much as you want to know about capital market. Thank you very much, brother. Please, can you give us an example of companies in the capital market that are available and that can encourage us to buy? We have Zenith Bank, we have Dangote Cement, we have Boa Food, we have GT Bank, we have Lafarge, we have Len Africa, we have UBA, we have Stanbic IBTC Bank. We have, there are a whole lot of them. And if you want, use Gemini, ask them, please list all the stock in the capital market for me. I'm giving you questions. List all the stock in the capital market for me. It will answer you, please. Thank you. Can someone buy stocks and shares through all these merchants bank, e.g., Koda Bank, Money Points? No, my contact. Don't worry, I'm going to share my contact. I want to buy share under capital market directly on the process. Everything, I will give you my contact. I will direct you, even after this seminar. This write-up is look like Dr. Son. Oh, all right. Thank you very much.